right, well, hey y'all, Joseph McBrayer here, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about event photography. I'm here in Athens, Georgia for the North Georgia Annual Conference, conference of pastors and lay people gathering together to talk about good things that are happening in the world. So I'm on the volunteer photography team for the annual conference, and we're all volunteering to help out and sort of share what's happening in the story of this. It's been about 3 years since we've been able to do this together due to the pandemic, so it's sort of like a giant family reunion where we're all gathering together to talk about the good things happening in our churches and communities, as well as just sort of the things that we need to address, issues of systemic justice and belonging for people, and how do we as pastors, as humans, help more people have a place of belonging. As far as gear, you can make anything really work, but for this conference, I'm using two camera bodies, the EOS R and the EOS R6, which is filming this, with a few different lenses. The first is the Sigma 24-70 zoom, and with the zoom I can capture pretty much anything I want to, anywhere from a wide shot to get in a little bit close, just starting the telephoto lens side of things, pretty helpful. And then I'm also carrying with me the 70-200 f2.8. This is from Tamron. Great lens, really great clarity and quality. Be able to reach in and get real close to people without having to be close to them necessarily. Great for those types of things. I also use a 16mm RF 2.8, which is a little tiny lens and allows me to really capture those super wide angles. I used to carry around the 16-35 Canon lens, but I found that I just didn't use the 16mm quite enough to justify it, so wound up swapping it out for conferences, especially using this 24-70. It's my first time using this lens and I really like it. It's super heavy, but just right along with that 16mm to get everything that I need. I also have a 35mm RF 1.8 prime lens for specific shots or any candid or portrait work that I might want to do inside the event. So that's kind of it. Pretty simple setup, just using simple setup of lenses to carry around. Event photography is a pretty common thing, whether you're at a wedding, doing live events there, or church things, worship services. All of that is part of event photography. And for me, the part of that that's interesting is it happens once. So if you miss it, you miss it. If you get it, then you got it. The challenge there is to have the right gear and equipment, but also the right mindset to get it there. So for me, that's why wedding photographers and people who do event photography are so talented, whether they're news reporters or people covering protests or marches or weddings, anything like that that's live and happens one time, you've got to get it. So if you don't get it then, well, you missed it. Luckily, here at the conference, we're working with a team of about 5 of us who are doing this, so we don't have quite so much pressure on us, and that's super nice. There are about 2,000 people at this conference gathered from all over North Georgia to celebrate what's happening in the churches, but also to do some good work together to help us solve some problems and issues we might have in the community, to deal with some isms, and to help more people have a place of belonging. So again, this conference and the North Georgia Conference has happened for the past 156 years, so it's got a little bit of history to it, a lot of work still to be done in the church, but we're glad to celebrate and help capture these events for people who are not here to see what's going on in the life of the church, but also how they might want to be a part of it. And these images help provide a little bit better context of what's happening, rather than just some business meeting of a church, but help people see one another as human, as made in the image of God, to see those moments of people embracing when they haven't seen each other in a while, but also to share in the work that they're doing. So that's all for today. I hope this video has been helpful for you. If you're interested in more of these things, you can find links below for all the equipment that I'm using. And again, hope you will subscribe to the channel and find more information about ways you can get involved to do event photography in your place or area. So that's it. See you in the next video. Peace.